Glad to have the youth here with us tonight on this Thursday night with Fathers Fighting for Fathers. That's the group name, right? And anytime we can get a chance to get our little young brothers together in any kind of setting to have a good, honest, grown man conversation is always welcome and honored. And I'd do anything in my day to make that difference, because if I had that opportunity, I wouldn't have spent 23 years in the joint myself. So I'm trying to help keep them from making them same mistakes, and they can stand on the shoulders of people like us. So we came today to try to use some uncommon dialogue tactics and the things that I use in my group with flashcards. And we're going to problem solve some situations and some scenarios about fatherhood, about manhood, and about decision making. It ain't no right or wrong answer, none of that. Just give us what you'll do in that situation. And we just gonna problem solve and just try to help figure out the best choice to make in that situation. Because when we get in central booking and all that, is too late. You know what I'm saying? When you got a cell buddy and all that shit too late to talk about what you should have did. So we trying to do that shit and be proactive and do that in foresight. And that's what we're gonna do. I'm glad to have y'all here, man. Y'all could have been anywhere else but here. So I definitely want to give y'all a hand, man. Just for being here, yo. Y'all could have been anywhere else. Yep, y'all could have been anywhere else. And before we start, I want to go around and everybody introduce themselves. Just tell us a little something about yourself and name one thing in the world that you would change if you had the power to change it. What would it be? And I'm gonna start with myself. I'm Knowledge. I'm the founder of Uncommon Dialogue. I'm from Lexington Terrace Projects.
We start from this way? No, we start right here. They gonna start from that way. We here for what they do.
That's right. That's how we're gonna go. All right. Now, one thing before we go, we're gonna try to keep some respect. We're gonna try to keep some order and just show everybody some common respect. We're gonna go one at a time. I already went, and since he said that, we're gonna go with him. That's accountability.
My name. Oh, I mean, ask you, what name do y'all want?
I mean,
what you're comfortable with. Whatever you're comfortable with.
My real name is Trevon, and I work with kids for real. Like, I got a bike business. I'm trying to change it. I'm really trying to change this city with like getting the kids out of the streets and all that. I be helping kids fix their bikes, ride. I'm always riding with them and all that and all this and all that. Like, I got a lot of kids in the community that love me, and I love them. They always come to me asking me for bikes, and I give it to them. I got like a shop over here for real. It's in the next hallway. Okay. They come in, can you fix this, can you fix that, and I do it.
That's dope.
That's what's up.
And Miss Michelle wanted me to shoot a movie with the kids.
That's what's up.
And I'm ready to do that for the kids.
Awesome.
That's what's up, man.
Awesome.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's dope. That's dope.
That's what's up. My man. Come on, man. You gotta give me a smile or something, man. Go ahead, it's on you. Come on, you gotta hold your own. You gotta hold your own, man. Just who you ain't gotta go on nothing deep, just who you are. You know what I mean? And anything you want to share.
You don't want to.
What's your name?
Just tell us your name.
What's your name?
Start with your name.
Trey.
Trey. Okay.
All right, Trey. You West Baltimore? Okay. You got any kids? You got two. How old you is? 17. You got 2 kids. Okay, you're a father, so this conversation gonna be good. All right, that's what's up. Come on, man. You got to smile, man. You ain't around no tension or no toxicity,
We ain't here to
man.
do nothing
you know
wrong to you.
Relax, man. You good. Yeah, man.
Come on.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. You're a king, man. That's right. All right, little bro. Yeah, you up.
Okay.
Speak up just a little bit.
We was here for real help.
That's
Okay.
good. That show respect.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
You got any kids? Oh, a boy or girl? How old is it? Okay, that's what's up. All right, my man. Okay, Kanad.
Mhm.
That's what's up.
Awesome.
That's what's
Awesome.
up. That's what's up. Okay.
My name Webby. I'm from South Baltimore. Work for the city. I work with the youth around here. Like a mentor for the more brothers.
That's right, y'all.
Awesome.
What I do. They need me, I got it.
That's what's up.
So how old are you, Webby? 24.
Okay. My man. You got any kids?
Two sons.
Two sons. How old are
6 and 3.
Okay. That's what's up.
I'm Ham. Project Baby. You know, 46. Jesus.
Well
10 years in
preserved.
prison. You know what I mean? You know, been around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Been in this area. You know how it goes. Y'all know what it is.
Yeah.
So, here though, trying to make things. I fucked it up. I'm trying to fix it.
Put it like that.
That's right.
Nice way to put it.
Yeah. Break a brick over now. Break a brick over one time. I'm Lump. What you lump? I'm dead. You could call me with you. Roll with you. I'm the highlight of the group. I always bring humor and comedy and all that, but I can't get aggressive. And I feel you out. I feel a couple of y'all out, and I just let. I am also a city with. I transitioned from doing the over the road because I that was taking a toll on my family. So now I'm working with the city as you. I love that. All right, and I thank you whoever for bringing us together for this part of this stuff. I really enjoyed it because I was a mentor inside the system, inside the jail where the young Jews coming in like y'all, and some people I can't reach, but you always try to reach more. So I thank y'all for stepping share.
Marcus, West Baltimore, white lot, you know. But cleaned up real good though. But no, this organization called Fight for Fathers, and but yeah, man, I just really wanna thank Lakim, Dion, man, the rest of the brothers, man, for just coming down. Them brothers really build. It was a couple times and I was in a dark spot. They didn't even know, but just coming in on a Tuesday, and they saved me from being down in Brookings, you know what I mean, or whatever, you know what I mean. So, but just thankful for them coming here and just we just building the iron sharpens iron. You know what I mean? And so yes, I'm just thankful for this opportunity to continue to build and support one another, build our community.
That's right. That's right.
Walton.
Okay.
That's what's up. Glad to have you.
Thank you
man.
for being here, Walton.
My name is Brother Lakim, man. I'm an ex-lifer. Used to have life plus 45 years in prison. I gave that back. And I spent 31 years in prison. I'm 53 years old. I'll be 54 next month.
What's that?
Um,
My birthday next month.
oh, for real?
I'm a cancer.
No, you at the end of the month. You at the end of the month.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, at the end of the month is the cancer.
You're a Gemini.
I'm a Gemini. That means it's a gem in my eye. Deepness. You know what I'm saying? Substance.
Please don't get the poet to come out.
But I run a program called Heal. It's an acronym for healing, elevating, analyzing, and learning. And I'm just dedicated, man, to instilling some enlightenment in my brothers, man, and giving y'all an active ability to speak power to your truth and walk in the nature of who you are. I recognize the black man as being God, man. When I look at y'all, man, I see power.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I see authority. You know what I'm saying? I see people that should be ruling shit and owning shit and helping and building and not destroying. You know what I'm saying? And leading our children. A lot of y'all are fathers, man. So you gotta like be the example of what a leader is.
Mm-hmm.
And when you fall short or when you feel like your battery needs to be recharged, that's what we here for. You know what I'm saying? As Brother Knowledge once shared with me, he said, if you could save the world or fight the world by yourself, that's cool. But if you got help, use your help. Look at us as y'all help. We know y'all warriors. We know y'all know how to put that work in. But we want y'all to use this now. You know what I'm saying? And if you need help, that's what we're here for.
That's right.
With that, I say peace to the king.
That's
Can I
right.
introduce myself?
Yeah, absolutely.
My name is V. I am, as you can see, I'm a podcast studio owner, producer, engineer. There's a number of things I do, but this month is Mental Health Awareness Month. So I have been, I was introduced to like him by Brother Lump over there, and I've just been following along with different people's stories for mental health awareness. Because what some people don't understand is when you're in the mood and you can't share, you don't want to talk, you don't want to go first, you want to sit back. A lot of times that's anxiety. And you got to learn to control that anxiety. Take some deep breaths, let it out slow, and allow yourself to talk. Because as a man, you got to be able to speak. Because you have 2 kids, somebody needs to speak for them. If you get to the school and you can't even say your name, just imagine how they're going to pick right over your kids. So I'm just here to make knowledge of Mental Health Awareness Month. Anybody who needs to be talked to, needs someone to talk to, if they're not available, well, how can I get in touch with Miss V? Miss V right here. I'm always ready to mentor, share, and be an extra step.
Okay. Appreciate that, Miss V.
And I'm not from the projects, but I know nah, joking. No, I don't. I'm doing good.
All right, y'all. So, without further ado, we're gonna get started. So here's the deal. We'll pass these cards out. Got a scenario on them. When it gets to your turn, you're gonna read it. If you need some help understanding it, just say you need some help. We'll help break it down. What this does is it help you problem solve. It help you look at scenarios from a lot of different angles, as opposed to just one or two different angles. So it's important to learn how to process that way of thinking. It's almost like playing chess. You know how to play chess? Any of y'all know how to play chess?
Oh,
huh?
Okay.
I gotta get a chess program down here or something, man.
Y'all
Y'all need to learn how to play chess. But so what y'all doing is with these cards, you're basically doing the same thing because you problem solving and just decision making. Ain't no right or wrong answer. I just want to know how y'all feel about it and what you would do in that situation. And and that's what we're gonna do. And you need some help, ask your man. Same way you ask him, yo, you ready to run down here and hit this lick? Same way you ask him that, ask him some help on that card. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go with you first since you're excited over there. Yeah.
I got number 5. It says, can you be a good father without being a great man first? Powerful card.
Thank you. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, that's right.
That's how you gonna start off.
That's right. Think about it.
As a man, can't be a great father.
I'm going around with the mic.
Not a man.
That's right.
And, I was raised by my mother. I ain't really had like a father figure around until I turned 15.
Right.
Once my stepfather came into play, like a lot of stuff started to change, like as far as me being the man of the house, because he became it because my mother got married. Then like I turned 17. I had my first son at 17. And that woke me up for real. Like I was outside selling drugs, went to jail. My first son woke me up like that. I stopped everything once he came. And it made me be the man I am today. Like if it wasn't for my kids, I don't know where I'd be at.
Mhm.
Can't be no man if you ain't taking care of them kids.
That's right.
Or you can't be no good father
You ain't no man.
without being a great man.
That's right. That's
So,
what's up.
y'all got kids and y'all don't do it for them, I feel sorry for y'all. Y'all never get no blessings.
That's right. Anybody elaborate on that card? Disagree?
Powerful card. This a great.
I ain't had no father either. I call my phone right now. I ain't go for $5. You ain't gonna give it to me. Like that shit sad. Like then he keep calling me, telling me he want to be in a nigga life. I keep moving on and moving on. I don't even need no father. Like I grew up with my brothers. There's only 3 of us. 1 dead and 2 still alive. Whoa, 4 of us for real. My baby brother got killed too. We took him in as a yeah.
Mhm.
And we all took him in as a brother for real. And he got killed at the age of 14. My oldest brother got killed at the age of 21. And now it's time for me to step up for my mother and be a man.
That's right, yo. That's right. That's what's up. That's what's up, yo. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what it's about, yo. That's what it's about.
Anybody want to elaborate on that card?
Anybody else want to elaborate on that before we go to the next one?
I think, like you hit it, about, being a man first. A lot of times, right? And I think my philosophy is that life has a tendency to come around us twice. Once when we're ready and once when we're not ready, right? And so, for some of our young fathers, including myself, like you just hit it on the nose, Minnie. You said that your dad wasn't there. So now the life is coming around you the second time. And now life is giving you an opportunity
That's right.
to be the man, right, that you need to be for your mother and your communities. I see how them kids look at you when them bites come in. Their whole demeanor changes, their face changes, and everything. And so that right there is the manhood that you're talking about today.
That's right.
And so that's going to build you even more, right, to be the father that you need to be, for your child to come. And what Webby was saying, right, is that I mean, don't get it twisted with the suits and the nonprofit, man. At one time in my life, right, like you know, I was doing me, right? But my daughter 3 years ago came into my life and she changed it, right? And so every time when I wake up, every day when I wake up in the morning time, I think about my mother, I think about her, I think about God, right? Those are my 3 accountabilities, God first, right? And I gotta make sure that whatever decisions I make, right, that it don't go against him, her, and my daughter. Because if I do, I'm not gonna see them again, my mother and my daughter. So for the young fathers, right, that's why we are here. Iron sharpens iron. I can't emphasize that no more. There's no playbook to fatherhood. When your child is born, you learn it on the spot. And so we got great men here. Some that been to the crux of hell, just about the crux of hell. Brother like him is talking about life. Think about it, life. Life plus.
Plus 45.
You got brothers up North Branch ain't never coming home. So this man is a living witness. And so anything that you or us can or will probably experience, this man has already done. And he's doing it now better. You know what I mean? So that's why, I'm glad, super glad that, and he's a father at that. And a great father to his daughter. So yeah. Oh, remember that. I remember that story you gave about your daughter, man.
The gentleman wants to say something.
That's crazy. Like my little brother locked up right now. My little brother only 18.
Where you at? Just turned 18.
My little brother just turned 18. He was down baby bookings at first, but now they sent him to placement. And it's like my mother come to me and cry every day, telling me she want her son. I'm like, Ma, here, man, ma. I'm like, Ma, yeah. I told her that's what it come with the street shit. Man, I don't mean to cuss, but it definitely come with that.
That's real shit.
Like
Yeah.
my mother, like she can't take it no more because her oldest son gone and her youngest son locked up, and I'm the only one still here for her.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Gotta be that man, bro. You ain't got
So make it
sex,
even tougher
you
for
ain't
you
got
that.
spite, you ain't got husband. So you gotta be that man, bro.
And you're gonna be it. And this is the first step right here. You
That's
know
the
what I mean?
first
To
step. You being
enlightenment.
here, being in the
You know,
program.
it ain't gonna happen overnight. It's a process. You know what I mean? Each step. You know what I mean? You just follow that light. It's a light. You know, you got a choice. You know what I'm saying? It's really complicated to do dark stuff. You know what I mean? It's easy to be
Off the
kind.
chain.
You know what I mean? It's easy to do that. You know what I mean? Attack your own people and make them the problem. A lot of times we take our aggression out on the wrong person. People look like us that ain't caused it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's because we don't know how to channel what we go through. You know what I mean? So it's like I've been in them shoes before. I was the only child. I ain't had no big brothers and none of that. And I picked up the gun real early. When I was 15, I picked up the gun. I had my first body when I was 16. Beat that. Came right out. Caught 2 more. Beat them. Came right out. Nothing would stop me until they gave me 70 years.
70.
And they gave me 72 years. I was 20. I just turned 20. And they ain't really had me. They just knew that I beat all that other shit, but we're going to throw this on you. So it's that easy. So just because they ain't got you or you don't think they got you, they got you. So we don't want to put ourselves in them situations because we ain't got no recovery. I did 23 years straight. I ain't been no chain of school, no bookings, nothing. Straight to maximum security prison at 20. And I ain't get out till I was 43. So it's real. So I feel like I owe a part of myself to y'all because it's a part of us that failed y'all. When y'all misdirected out here, that's our fault. So we ain't got no room to blame y'all and shit and say the Lord niggas doing this and blaming y'all. Hell no, we failed y'all. What we left y'all with to learn from? Not a damn thing. So whatever y'all missing, because we ain't gave it to y'all. So an old nigga ain't got shit to say to y'all about nothing if they ain't coming to try to give you those missing pieces. So that's what we try to formulate this for, to give y'all the missing pieces. Not to tell you what to do, not to try to guide your life, because y'all your own men, y'all gotta make your own decisions. But it's just about getting those extra pieces that we ain't get from a father. A father would have gave us them little pieces and toughened our little ass up. That way when that nigga stepped on your feet in the club, you ain't feel like you gotta kill him. Because now you feel like you threaten a nigga, think I'm a whore. Nah, it ain't that shit. You think you're a whore. That's why you think you gotta prove it. That's the reality of the situation. But I ain't gonna preach. I'm gonna go on to the next card.
Who got the next card?
And we're gonna
Shit, man. Hey, I ain't had no father neither, man. So I feel that shit crazy, like you said that, yo, because I really feel like we fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't look at it when we was their age. We was just doing what we had to do. But it's like, damn, now I get to look at y'all, man, and really realize, like, yo, we really, really fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because if we was here doing our job, maybe shit would have made a different turn. You know what I'm saying? And different opportunities and shit. Like we had basketball coaches and we had all this other shit that y'all don't have now because we ain't take advantage of these opportunities. We wanted to pick that gun up and do other shit. You see what I'm saying? So I feel exactly where you coming from, man. I'm that same type of nigga. You know what I'm saying? It was different for me though, because I had my child, my oldest daughter, and my whole thing was to kill whoever in sight to stop me from coming in the house. I had to make it home by any means fucking necessary. You see what I'm saying? So the mentality was fucked up because it's like, I'm gonna go get this money other than like you did. You chose the different route. And I wish I could have made that decision. You see what I'm saying? So just to, not to preach to y'all, but man, y'all niggas ain't gotta make no fucked up decisions. You see what I'm saying? And if you feel like making a fucked up decision, that's why I say this is real. Speak your mind. Say that shit how you wanna say it. You ain't gotta, you ain't gotta sugarcoat nothing because we men.
That's right.
There's real men in here. Everything that we sitting here telling y'all, you can go on case search and look that shit up.
That's right.
It's official facts.
That's right.
I know a lot of motherfuckers coming to a lot of young niggas and be, oh boy, don't do this, that, no. Oh man, get the fuck out of here. You ain't done shit.
Right.
This shit real. You see what I'm saying? So however y'all feel, whatever y'all want to say, man, let's just get that shit in the open, man, because if y'all can start changing, if we can start changing shit, you got a friend, you got a friend, you got a friend, you got a friend, and you just like me. I ain't want to talk about shit. I just used to just sit there
and just hold all my shit in. And the first motherfucker got out of line,
Got all of it.
that's who got the consequences. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man, just y'all can be real.
Open up.
Y'all can be real, my nigga.
Right. That's right.
Good.
Wait, but real quick, he has something to say. You want on the same one?
I just want to say one thing to you guys is that a lot of us in here had no fathers growing up. But the one thing I want y'all to remember is remember how you wanted to be when you didn't have a father. All them things that you was looking in for from a male.
That's right.
Or from a father figure that you didn't have there. Remember that right now while you got your kids.
That's right.
Don't hold that. I'm not saying it's an excuse because, you know what I mean, right is right, wrong is wrong. I'm not saying it's no excuse. But just remember them things that you wanted your father to do for you. Try to do for y'all.
That's right. That's what's up. Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
This card say, what does it mean to show up for your child? That mean a lot. Like, you gotta show up and be there for your kid. Like, even when they born, like it take everything inside you to try to be there for your child. That's it.
Anybody else want to elaborate on that?
Read it one more time.
What does it mean to show up for your child?
What does it mean to show up for? So what does it mean to you to show up for them? Like, how do you show up for your child? Was it a time that you ever felt like you let them down?
Man, I always been there.
You always been there. Okay.
There's never a time when I wasn't there.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of times, if I'm gonna add on to that, a lot of times our idea of showing up, we never really had an example of how to show up. We show up according to the standard of what we know. But if you don't check your child emotionally, you don't check your child mentally, you might show up physically, you might show up with money, you might show up for birthdays. You with me? All right. So in showing up, it means more than just physically showing up, right? I think that a lot of times when you really show up, it's your presence in not just your body, but it's your presence in your dialogue, your conversation with the child. What's going on in your world? How you feeling today? Finding out what makes your child angry, what makes them happy, knowing the language of fatherhood and childhood between you and your offspring. You know how they always say, what's a woman's love language or what's a dude's love language? Like parenting has a language.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the language of your parenting and what is the language of their response to your parenting? That's not just for you. That's something that we all just think about because it has a language, it has an energy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would like to think I always show up for my daughter. That don't mean that I have always showed up for her. That's just what I feel or what I think.
That's right.
So let's a lot of times, like,
That's crazy.
go ahead.
That's crazy.
That show up can be a lot of different things.
Hey, that's crazy. One of my best friends just got his son took. CBS just literally just took his son. And dummy is out here just running around fucked up out here. Like he got a whole warrant too. And don't give a fuck. Like he out here just doing what the fuck he wanted to do. He's 24 years old, but I was trying to holler at him on the bro. I was trying to holler at him on the bro, like, you gotta step up and you gotta be there for your son now, bro. Your son gone. You gotta try to go get him back. Well, he came to me and told me that he tried to be there and trying to be there now. I'm like, bro, you can't try, bro. You gotta do it, bro. You just gotta step up and be there now. You're a man. Told him that. Like, I don't know. It's just fucked up out here, bro. We're just trying to change the world for the kids. That's it.
That's right. That's right. One person at a time. One person at a time. That's where it started.
Yeah.
That's right.
I spent half my life in prison too. And just sitting here thinking about what y'all saying, it really is really, getting to me because I never did show up for my kids. I can say I was a father, but I wasn't. I know sometimes when I came home for parole, I went to his football games and I seen how his face was and all that. And he was trying to reach out to me, but I didn't know how to reach out to him. And right now, it's getting to me because if I was there, because he followed my footsteps.
Right.
He was doing the same thing that I was doing, getting in the game, and just to see him bury him, it hurts.
Yeah.
So y'all got kids now, y'all got to be there because sometimes everybody ain't gonna make it.
Yeah.
That's right,
You
man.
know.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate
I
that.
want to say to you, right?
Appreciate that, man.
I want to say to you too, man, that I was just talking about earlier how that life comes at us twice, right? Once when we're ready and once when we're not ready. But your presence here, right? And you're not that far from here. You coming in and mentoring and giving back to the community and talk to them. That's how you can fill that void. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be all the way, but it's a sense of giving back, and that's what these brothers was just talking about, giving back to the youth and everything. Man. So the door is always open. You know what I mean? Here, you know what I mean? So come, man, and build, bro.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I grew up with my father. I had a father. I come from a dysfunctional. My father was an alcoholic, and my father taught me one thing. He taught me not to be hitting on women because my father used to beat up on my mother and a lot. And coming from that type of generation back in the 70s, you know, it gave me respect for women because I don't never want to put my hands on no woman because seeing your mother with a black eye, you know, seeing it hurts.
Yeah.
Like I was talking to Brother Knowledge, that's why I was saying I was trying to come up with an organization. Come up with a thing saying like my life matters now. So if I figure that my life matters now, I can start turning other people's lives.
That's right.
I got hooked on drugs. Honestly, I got hooked on drugs, and now I'm trying to get my life back together so that I can be something more than this, because God got something for me.
That's right.
And I thank you for what you said earlier, because I understand now I am a king.
That's right.
Absolutely. And I gotta show the other brothers that they can
You gotta
king.
wear them shoes, man.
Yeah.
You step into that kingdom, you gotta wear them shoes. You know what I mean? You gotta fill them up. You know what I mean? You can't talk about you here and you ain't feeling them. You gotta feel it and let that speak for itself. Just one step at a time. That's what all of us though. There's always room for improvement. No matter what we do, what we go through, we never gonna have it totally figured out. This thing's constantly changing. It's forever transient. You know what I mean? So that's the beauty of growth and togetherness, because we learn from each other's mistakes and we benefit off of what other people go through, hopefully. And this is why it's good to share our stories and stuff like that so people can see stuff through our lens so they ain't got to walk through those same doors in order to know. Yeah. Yeah, so that was that on that. So we're going to go to another car. We're going to go back and forth. What's up?
One of our brothers came home. Got so drunk, crashed out, and died. Then one of our other brothers got shot on Pratt Street. It was like it was like 6:45 in the morning. My mama got a phone call and said, check on her son. My mother got up, came in my room, and told me that my brother was gone. I instantly jumped up and I damn near lost it. That shit really hurt me in there. Like, I don't got no father. Like, my.
That's all right. Let it out, man. You good.
Yeah, that's why you're
That's
in a
right.
safe space.
Don't worry about it. Let it out. Don't hold it in. Take your
Take
time, man. Take your time, man.
My brother was my father. And he was my father figure that I had. He the only person that I could go to and talk to.
You got us now, man.
And besides my cousin, Webby.
Mhm. But you know everything that everything that would make him proud. You gotta become that.
You gotta become all
He
of
can
that.
see you. He watching you. Don't fail him. You got us now. That's what we for, man. We gotta be there for each other. You need somebody to talk. A lot of us go through that. We get in situations we can't figure it out, and we just do it the best we know. And what we know is so limited, and that's why we get the consequences we get because we don't have enough information for the situation. So this is to help give you more information. The more information you got, the more control you got over your situation, and that's in anything you do in life. So every little thing count. All these little moments. Go ahead, big bro.
I just feel like, as far as this whatever we doing now,
Mm,
I just feel like we do this more often.
absolutely.
It'll keep the young.
It'll
It'll keep all of us together.
That's
You feel
right.
me? It'll keep a lot of fathers together.
Mm,
We ain't got like, this. Probably one of the only things that we do got that's gonna bring us together. Everything else down this bitch torn apart and shit down here.
right.
So for them to have this built, boom, then the fathers fighting fathers, then meetings and shit. This cool.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we need. This
That's
is what
right.
the young black brothers, white, whatever they want to be. This right here what we need, bro.
That's right. And we're gonna
Like
keep
more of
making
this,
sure
even
we
if this
support.
shit on a every 2 weeks on a bro. This right here what we need.
Well, I got
If
a
not,
group every week.
niggas gonna keep crashing out, and niggas gonna keep doing what they don't want to do because they ain't got no choice but to do that.
I think that's the importance of tonight. That's why I needed to be here
That's right.
mentally, because I needed y'all to understand. Y'all do have Mr. Marcus group on whatever days, but then you got Brother Like Him group, you got Brother Knowledge group, you got Straight Talk with Miss V. She gonna be on there. She gonna cut up on YouTube. You have people you can go and send a message to and say, I need a group.
That's
What's
right.
happening today? Y'all know where I can go at today because I
That's
need
right.
somebody.
That's right.
We're here. We're not here just to show out and just to say, oh, we part of something, oh, we work at something. Because I make my own coins. I ain't working for nobody. Nobody ain't putting a paycheck in my hand. If I don't go out there and get it, I don't get it. But what I choose to do with mine is give it back. So I'm in here. I want y'all to mentally understand that Miss V is here. Brother Knowledge got his. Brother Lakim got his. Mr. Marcus got his. We are here. We're not just here to show our face today. We're here to say, hey, is another person. So even if Mr. Marcus not open today, I'm sure Brother Lakim got some cards on him. Get a card. Hit him and say, I need to know where I need to be at, brother, today, Brother Lakim. I need something. Is it somebody I can call? There's always one of us y'all can
Yeah,
call
I'm gonna make sure
and get
y'all
somebody.
got our numbers if y'all need them. Y'all
Yeah,
never know.
yeah,
You know what I mean? For anything, whatever. You
yeah.
know what I mean? Y'all got some ideas or whatever y'all think need to be here because y'all the voice. We don't know. We ain't here. Y'all is. Y'all know what's missing. And we ain't dealing with no motherfucking councilman. We ain't dealing with none of them because they ain't walking our shoes. They'll never better identify what we go through. You know what I mean? So that's why a lot of us shut down and don't talk. Like, y'all ain't been through what we've been. How you gonna tell us something? You know what I mean? You ain't been through nothing. It's hard for somebody to tell me something that ain't been through it. Like, go through it first, then come back and tell me about it.
It's rare for
You know
people
what
to
I
listen
mean?
to somebody that ain't been where they at.
Yeah, so that's why I
Yeah.
wanted to come to reach y'all. You know what I mean? Because I was
Yeah.
the same. When I see y'all, I see me. When I see y'all crew, I see my crew.
Right.
And you got your homeboy to remind you of somebody, every crew. You know, you got the silly one, the serious one, the quiet one, the knucklehead.
Yeah.
You know, it's always one. So everything is a family, and we gotta get back to them family units. And that's what it is. So before we go on, we're gonna go to the next card. You wanna say something, Elo?
Yeah, let me say
Yeah, let me
something.
get over to you now.
I want y'all to understand, like, in a lot of settings like this, it's important. You gotta connect with Marcus because he in touch with me in knowledge. I got a group. Y'all welcome to the group, right? All right, I'm gonna give you your chance. Y'all welcome to the group. I have youth night where y'all come in and it's all about y'all. My group is about healing the black family. I have the women, Miss V been there. We give it up for the women. We respect the women. We wouldn't be on the planet if we didn't come through them. So we gotta acknowledge that strong unit. But on youth night, man, I had brothers in there. We told them how to tie neckties, everything that fathers didn't get a chance to teach them. A lot of brothers are all gonna end up with a business. You might have to put that suit on. You might have to tie that necktie and don't know how to tie. That's how you bond with your son. Son, come here. Let me teach you how to tie this necktie. You get what I'm saying? The small little things like that that open the door for big conversations. like we here. It's small little things like this that open up the door for big conversations. And I want y'all to hear me and feel me when I say this. I want to thank you for being transparent enough to shed tears in front of a group of men.
That's right.
That's
yo.
not weakness,
That's
that's
big.
strength.
No doubt.
You too, bro.
All day.
I want to commend you on that and commemorate you for doing that because it takes strength
To do that.
to
That's right.
expose yourself like
That's
that.
right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know none of us. You're just meeting us.
Right.
The average dude have been up here faking like I'm on some old toughy shit. But at the end of the day, it's about rebuilding and restructuring, man.
That's right.
We want y'all to feel comfortable amongst us, man, because it's real. It's authentic.
That's right.
And that's
I want to say, Slide, that's the beginning of the rebuild.
That's right.
Letting that shit out, that shit gotta come out.
That's right.
Got to.
So
It feel good.
Make you sick to your
feel
stomach.
like it gotta come out for you to start over.
Mhm.
Because you keeping it in, it's just in. It's never as long until that shit come out. You ain't gonna never be able to start making that them steps forward to make that different process become real. So yeah, let that shit out, man. I'm telling you, man, that shit I had to do it, but I did that shit in itself. We try to avoid y'all from getting
Y'all
to
in
the
a safe
cell.
space able to do it.
Real shit.
It's a difference.
Yeah. That's what's up. All right, I'm gonna read my card. It say, "Who taught you what a man is supposed to be, and were they right?" Shit.
That's deep. That's deep when you look at it from your own life.
Let me see. See, my father, when I was born, my father went to prison. He went to prison for 20 years. When I turned 20, I went to prison for 23 years. He got killed when I was in prison. So I never got a chance to even really get the chance to get my genetic code of how it's supposed to go from a man, because you always want that from your father. Your genetic code. What is my code? What's my weakness? Where my strengths at? What he was good at? What he was bad at? Because that shit passes down to you. But when you don't really have that connection, it's hard. So you really kind of adopt it from the world. You know what I mean? From Scarface, growing up, that was my role model. Scarface, straight up, I want to be like Scarface. But you start taking characteristics from certain things. Same way a lot of youth take a lot of characteristics from a lot of rappers, and a lot of them don't even really live that shit. And then niggas be getting these bodies in real life, and these niggas up there bullshitting and telling on each other like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? So it's like you got to be careful what your influence become, because sometimes you can have a weak influence. You can have a father, but he can be a weak motherfucker, and you don't want to take on them weak traits. So I don't suggest you just take on the trait of the father, but you mimic your patterns of your life behind something strong or whatever your reflection of. You know what I mean? So I think my image of a man really was what I thought a big brother should be to me, and I end up becoming that because I ain't have it. So I knew what I liked in a big brother, how I think a big brother should show up. So I end up becoming that to other little guys. And this is how you become that. So whatever's missing in your life, whether it's a father, whatever it is, you end up becoming it if you know what's missing. Yeah. So that's my spiel on that.
Me. What it say again? What you call it?
It say, who taught you what a man is supposed to be, and were they right?
Fuck no. Dead motherfucking wrong. I got uncles that my father was the same way in and out the joint, but my mother couldn't control me. You know what I'm saying? So she thought sending me to my uncles up Park Heights was doing something, but she was sending me to motherfuckers that taught me how to hold a gun, how to not play no games, how to not show a weakness, how to smile at a motherfucker and let them think they're getting away with something, and just keep on letting them keep on, and then go ahead and wear his ass out. This the shit that they was teaching me. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm older, fuck no, they taught me a bunch of bullshit.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They misled me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it turned me into some shit now that I look like, man, I wish I had an opportunity to not even be that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, hell no. I won't want to teach nobody that shit.
brother. Yo, 30. I'm 24. I ain't. It's like we go places. Everybody really think I'm the big brother. He 30. Like, and I used to look up to him, but he do a lot of fuckery. Like, yeah, he'll smile at you. Y'all be together every day. Shit start missing. He'll swear to God he ain't got it. He'll help you look for your shit. Shit'll be right in his pocket. So I really, the way Yo talk, he was trying to get me to do what he do. All right, make this. All right, we gonna go. I'm gonna go steal $100 from mommy, and then I'm gonna send you up there. They steal 50. Feel me, to make that shit like it was cool. And me being a kid, I'm like, shit, this just a couple dollars. And I really seen it, man. That shit wasn't cool. My big brother ain't. And still to this day, I let him know, like, yo, cone for leading me like that. Like, it took for me to find my own route and to become a man and hang with older men from down here. Like, I ain't hang with nobody my age growing up. I'm 24. I used to hang with niggas 30 when I was 13. And the niggas I hung with, they was showing me shit, but wasn't no correct way either. That's when I started adapting. Feel me? Like, oh, all right, this what I'm good at. This what I want to do. This what I like to do. I like to do this. I like to do that. That's when I fell back for my brother and the people that basically thought they raised me as a man, but no, hell no. I don't feel like that.
Okay.
What a legend. What legend are you passing on? Like you like,
What legacy? Say, what legacy are you passing on?
Yeah.
Legacy. Been there for my grandmother for real, cause she been there since I was 3, coming from an abusive home. My mother left me in the house without a boyfriend for real. Me and my little cousin, 3 years old and 2 years old. My little cousin died. I had 9 broken bones. I could have lost my life. Could have lost my life. And they called my mother. She looked at me, turned her head, left out the door, shut the door in my face. All I yelled, mommy, help me. She didn't come back and help me. I had to go. The police took me to my grandmother. Since then, I lived with my grandma for 19 years. I love that lady to death. Tell her I call her name. Love that lady.
That's what's up.
Been going through a lot.
How to take care of who take care of you.
Yeah, been through a lot.
That's right.
Rest in peace, Melody Swoop right here. Along with my little cousin. 2 years old. I could have been with her right now, but God gave me another chance.
That's right.
Anybody wonder?
Man, I want to say something real quick. Just to that, man, it's touching on one hand, but it's so liberating on another because I feel like we cracking the surface of the pain body we go through. And we as people, a lot of times we go through a lot of pain body, meaning a lot of our environment, man, inflicts so much pain on us from school, from work, from your relationship, from your homeboys. We just like we got so much harm coming our way indirectly, and it builds on our pain body. And we don't never get a chance to let that weight off, man. And what I'm seeing today, man, is just y'all letting that weight off that y'all probably been holding, I don't know for how long. And I'm just glad that you had finally got an outlet and a chance, man, to be able to open up and just to be real and express it, because that's the only way you can create room for growth and new beginnings by getting rid of that old toxic shit that you don't talk about. And man, I'm just so proud of y'all for doing that, man, because it takes a lot. I know it do. You know what I mean? Sometimes we got to talk about shit that we don't have nobody to talk to about it. You know what I mean? So for you to be able to just open up like that, big bro, I appreciate you, man, and I just commend you, and I just want to give you a hand for that. Straight up, man. All right, we're going back over here.
Going back down this way.
Huh? Oh, my bad.
I ain't gonna lie. I've been holding that pain in 2 years.
Feel good to get it off,
Feel
right?
better, don't
I know, man. Give me something, man. Come on, man. I'm talking. Oh, yo, that's right. You need, yo. Oh, man.
And now the legacy, I mean, I'm changing because it's like it dealt with my mental health. You know, it kept me going to drugs instead of going to asking somebody to help
Yeah,
me
'cause you wasn't
because the
supposed to
pain
be
that I
telling
feel
nobody.
is so hard to share with other men because couldn't trust. You know what I'm saying? You know, being out in the street. 'Cause if you tell somebody this and then this, you know what I'm saying? Because growing up, let's go. It was hard. It was hard.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to tell somebody that you was sexually assaulted as a man, as a little kid, a man. So the trust that you feel about other guys, it doesn't come there. So as time going on now, I I I learned how to start opening up and sharing because it kept me going back to the drugs and drinking and stuff. You know, and now to be able to open it up, and I thank God that I came here today because I feel like a whole lot of weight just coming off of me.
That's right.
You know, and thank all of y'all for accepting me.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate that. No
Nah,
doubt.
you should read your
That's
card.
right.
Like they use my
I
card?
bet you should read
I wasn't, but since you said it. No, what happened was when y'all heard me on this, my daughter actually texted me and was barking on me about why I did not send her the other podcast that I had done. So when you heard it pop back on, that was me trying to send it to her
Send
phone.
it to her.
Yeah.
So she like,
My card says, what do you want your child to say about you one day that you couldn't say about your father? Now, this easy and it's hard. Here's the story that I guess that connects all of us. That you know how people talk about trauma bonding. Let's just say I'm gonna say I don't believe in trauma bonding. I don't believe in that shit. I believe if we have a shared experience, that should bond us. But that's just what I think. I think when they came up with that shit, that was just a bunch of words put together. You can bond off of joy, but you can also bond off of a common struggle. And most of us in here, our fathers did time. My father was jailing. When I think from the time I was born, I think my father was already bitten upstate New York. He already was in jail. When he did come home, he stayed home for about 2 years. I was about 15. And I met him physically from 15 to about 17. And then he went right back to prison. He tried to give me some jewels. My father was in the Nation of Islam. I was more drawn to the 5% Nation, but it was because of his influence. One thing that my father did expose me to was what I call the science of life. It was because of him that I studied a lot. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the history books that dudes had to go to prison to read, I had already read them. So when I did go to jail, that kind of like enhanced my study. But one thing we had in common that I swore I would never do, where I dropped the ball, where I failed, is that when my daughter was born, I wasn't free. When I went to prison, my daughter's mother was 6 months pregnant with my daughter. And so it's certain shit I can't undo. But, and this is not to make a justification for my absence, because I had to be one fucked up motherfucker to be that involved in street life, where I seen her belly sticking that far out, but I still chose to be out there, thinking that that way of life was going to produce a better lifestyle for my child, knowing that it was getting ready to remove me from her presence. All right, now the good thing is because I was not there, it made her want me even more. And that was the crazy part. And even though me and my daughter mother was not together, I always had somebody. My daughter never missed a visit. My daughter used to brag to her cousins that my dad do more for me in jail while y'all fathers out here. Y'all fathers don't do nothing for y'all, but I was not there. And that's why you'll hear me talk about presence all the time. Present in what way? I wasn't there physically. You know what I'm saying? So all I had was letters, all I had was cards, all I had was pictures, and all I had was money to try to make sure that I could compensate for my absence. And she don't say it to me, but she'll get involved in other situations and she'll be like, you don't know what it is to look forward to a family day when you're 9 years old. That's some shit that your girlfriend or your wife will look forward to if you're in the penitentiary. Oh, it's family day. I'm going to see my husband. Not a 9-year-old kid, not a 6-year-old kid just starting first grade. You know what I'm saying? And I've been in jails. They used to give the kids toys. And my daughter be saying this shit to me. She returned 33 the 27th for this month. And my daughter be saying this to me. I did 31 years in prison, right? And I only been home 2 years and 2 months. My daughter memories of me is a bunch of fucking family days. And she excited about that shit. She be like, Daddy, remember they used to get the kids toys? And the two motherfuckers looking at that shit, they probably say, this motherfucker crazy. But those were her memories, coming to functions and jail after jail after jail. And that's the same shit I went through with my pops. But the one thing that I think I do with my child that my pops didn't do with me, he wasn't really concerned with when he was in my presence. He wasn't concerned with my emotional state. And this is what I want y'all to pay attention to with y'all children. When you have conversations with them, understand that they have an emotional body. We call it a pain body, but it's how they respond to situations, right? It's something that I started using called emotional regularity, right? Men have emotions. We just don't primarily function off of them. We should not. Secondarily, they come into play. But with some guys, primarily everything is an emotional response. And so I had to learn my daughter as a woman. And I want y'all to understand this. When you grow up in prison, you know what I'm saying? Like Brother Knowledge, I went to prison when I was 20, right? You're around a bunch of other killers. You're around a bunch of steel. You're around a bunch of iron. You're around a bunch of shit that is lifeless. Flat paint on a prison wall. All these things that don't breathe life into you. So it's hard to pour into another person when your environment is fucked up like that. And I want you to especially listen, brother. You all right? Okay. I've been in prisons where, like, the war factor was painful. Like, in the penitentiary, you had walls that were flammable. So your enemy will wait till you locked in and just throw something flammable in your cell and try to set you on fire while you in the cell. So can you imagine a bunch of dudes sleeping with bags of water and trash bags in their cell? So if somebody throw fire in the cell, they can just bust the bag and try to put it out. You know what I'm saying? And we went to prison in eras where prison was a gladiator school. It was a survival school. So I had to remove that emotional side that my daughter needed just to make it in there. So now that I am home, when I talk to her, and this is painful. Sometimes she said to me a while ago, because you know when women cry, it's hard for me to know what to do. I'm not gonna lie. Like when a woman cry, I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm looking there like I don't know whether to grab her and just hold her. I don't have no words. I'm a flowing motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. I can talk my ass off. But when that happens, I'm like, what the fuck? I can talk to a dude when he cry better than I can to a woman when she cry. I don't know what to say. Only thing I'm like, shit. You know what I'm saying? And that comes from being raw of that emotional suppressing it so long that you don't know how to spring that shit back into reaction, back into action. And you know what I'm saying? And not to be too vulnerable, you know, we're amongst men. Like I don't think since I've been home I made love to a woman. I'll pipe a bitch to death. But I don't think I really but I don't believe that I have passionately reactivated that side of me where I'm passionate, I'm romantic. I don't fucking know how to be romantic. What I'm gonna do? Buy some flowers? Be like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't. I know how to show up when a bill need to be paid, but I don't know how to just go get no delicate shit and be like, you know what I'm saying?
That's an honest.
Yeah, I'm at a
might
loss.
sound easy.
Yeah.
That is really a hard thing to open up about.
I'm totally at a loss. So can you imagine looking at uh, uh, someone who you produce and they are going through something emotional and you're like, damn, do I hug her now or do I just be like, yeah, I'm saying, you know, you have to, because they say I intellectualize everything.
Everything. Sorry, I didn't mean to be that.
They think that I'm in building mode. Like even my woman, she be like, yo, I don't want to hear that science shit. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Don't drop no jewels. Just, and I'm like, nah, I'm lost in that art. So that I'm damaged from prison. And this is what we trying to not let happen to y'all. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we're trying to give y'all. But I guess what I'm trying to give my daughter that my father didn't give me is to listen to her express her emotions and just realize I don't have nothing to say because it ain't nothing to say. Just shut the fuck up and listen. Let them just pour into you the burden and the weight of what they're carrying. So basically, it's like, man, shut the fuck up. Telling yourself that. You know what I'm saying? Fall the fuck back, shut the fuck up, and just listen.
And it's not hard. A lot of men think that women probably talk too much, or they go on too much, or they complain too much. But if you just take the moment and let them talk, they'll be done. Then you have your chance.
They'll never shut up.
They did.
They won't.
They did. Well, you just wait all motherfucker.
That's right.
Look, I ain't gonna be the only woman in here. Y'all gonna rag.
Yeah.
We're gonna move these tables in a minute.
You go right at him.
What's your name again? Siobhan. All right, I lost a brother, my mentor, when I was I was 14. 14, I lost my brother. This was my mentor, and you know, I get to run around the street, do whatever I want to do because everybody knew who my brother was. So when I lost him, I had to fend for myself. As I've been going around causing havoc. Causing havoc at a young age, causing havoc. I could pick on people, and I went to when he got killed, I changed neighborhoods. I left from Park Heights and went down to north of Pulaski, my grandmother's neighborhood, because my mother kept pulling up on me. I don't want you to be like your brother, and the pain that she felt from losing a son never goes away to this day. To this day, she still don't have holidays on his birthday. I won't have no Thanksgiving because that's when he was born, and she goes through that trauma. I spent 21 and a half years in prison, and it messed me up mentally. So yeah, so yeah, I'm really messed up, but I'm still struggling out here. My card say, does struggle make you a man? Struggle with no strength. I'm struggling out here to this day. I'm struggling as far as catching up with the times with the phone. I signed that thing thinking I'm just signing them to check my car. E-signature. They say I gave them power of attorney. What the? Oh, that cost $11,000. Signing that cost $11,000 for signing up for being illiterate on what I was signing, and that was a learning process. That was a learning process. Then on you, I commend you, Webby, on showing these brothers a little tough love. Because I was watching, observing. You showed them a little tough love, but you also showed them guidance, how you working with the city, and showing that working is winning.
That's right.
Not out in these streets.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And so that's what my card say: struggle
and struggle you're a man or how you handle it. I handled it. I'm handling it to this day. Still trying to handle it being a man because I was a mentor inside the system. He gonna say I'm messed up, but I reach the young brothers that come in there so they won't get preyed on, and go in the wrong direction. Like I had rebellious motherfucker, tough. Don't say nothing like you. Yeah, I mean, but you're soaking it in. You more like Ham said. You more like him. You're soaking it in. And I watch.
Give me a smile before we leave out of here, man. We're gonna get a smile going, man.
Now,
there you go.
I'm skinny, so I was stereotyped. Oh, skinny. My mama said, "You ain't gonna survive in jail. You weigh $110."
I ain't trying to cut you off, bro. We got 10 minutes.
All right. So, all right. So I just observed that. All right, now I'm gonna finish on that.
Appreciate it. I didn't mean to cut you off, though.
You did,
no doubt.
but
because I want to make sure we get our picture before we leave, and we don't run out of time.
Well, I'm finished.
I want them two to go. They
I was going to say, I want to hear from those two back there.
Yeah,
they wrap up. But I want to hear from these two, Mr. Marcus. Is that okay?
That's right. That's right. That's right.
I was hoping I would notice. I was trying to stay behind them all the time.
Come on.
It say, what's one thing you wish your father would do when you do for your child?
Say, what's one thing your father?
What's one thing
you wish your father would do when you was doing for? What's one thing you would do? What's one thing your father would do? No, what's one thing?
What's one thing?
Yeah, with it.
What's one thing you wish your father did that you will do for your child?
Oh.
He didn't do what you do for your child. What's that one thing?
He ain't do shit, but I do.
So what's one thing you can remember that he didn't do, but you want to make sure yours?
That you gonna do.
I mean, he did, but he doing bought me some shoes. But being my son, be there forever. He get older.
So what you gonna do different than
what
what he showed?
Different that he didn't do for yours.
Be there. Don't fuck up. Don't fuck up. Be there for your child.
You working yet?
Huh?
You working?
Yeah, a little bit.
Huh?
A little bit.
You doing what you like, or you like what you do?
No, not really. But I want to do something better.
And so, what's the hindrance? What's stopping you from that? Lack of information, or a lot of times you don't have.
I'm still in school.
You still in school? How old are you?
19.
19. Okay. All right. Appreciate you sharing. Go ahead before we go to him. Go ahead. What you want to say real quick?
You wanted to say something about that?
How do you think being a father is different from just making a baby?
One more time.
Say it loud.
How do you think being a father is different from just making a baby? To be honest, I think anybody can make a baby, but it actually takes a real true man to really step up and be a father.
Okay, good answer.
Ain't no real man just going up and leave a child or family, period.
That's right.
What you gotta do, make sure everybody's straight, and then take care of yourself at the end.
Make it home every night.
That's right. Yeah, that was deep. Go ahead. You wanted to chip in? Good. Okay, Mark. That's right. That's right.
Marcus, you trying to get out of it?
No, my card is what's one toxic idea about manhood you had to unlearn. And that's deep, but it goes to what Brother Dion was talking about the unpain, relieving it.
Pain body.
What is it?
Yeah, pain body.
Right. You know what I mean? Because for me, it was like I used to see my father do a lot of like angry stuff. So I when I grew up. That's how I felt that I had to react to every little thing as anger, as showing something. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I gotta get him back, you know. And so I'm still learning, you know what I mean? Because there's some still demons in me that wanna, you know, produce that. But huh? Say what?
Some demons in you that want to do some fucked up shit.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
what you're trying to unlearn.
That's something I'm trying to unlearn. You know what I mean? Because because that's still in me from my dad. I ain't gonna blame him, but I learned from him. But then as we become men ourselves, we still, you know, grow into, you know, implement. Yeah. So that's the thing. That's the biggest thing. Like every morning I wake up, that's one of the things I battle because, like, you know, I'm still fighting to see my daughter and stuff like that. So it's like, you know, one side of me every morning and say, hey, go, you know, you can get her back just like this. And then the other side is like, you know, try to do the right thing and keep doing what you're doing, and, you know, things will come around. So, but yeah.
Okay.
Before I got cut off, I got this one other thing I need to say. Oh, me? Let me get this out of the way.
We like big game, huh?
What separates a man from a grown boy?
Good question.
Shit.
What separate a man from a grown boy?
Yeah. Shit. Yeah. Well, a grown boy talk about what he gonna do, and a man demonstrates what he gonna do.
Or the decisions he make.
Yeah, decisions.
Separate the two is what the decision they make.
Right.
Decision that they make.
Yeah, absolutely right. The decisions they make, the choices
Decisions
that they
the
make.
choices. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
'Cause we can be grown and be making some out here making some kid ass decisions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we can think we being men, but at the same time, you doing shit that little boys do.
That's right.
That's not gonna get you home.
Yeah, you
That's
know
right.
what I'm saying? Making them decisions, like you said, is not gonna get you home at night. Hey, and another thing, man, I want to tell y'all niggas, man, look, man, if you gotta go get a job at McDonald's, man, I can give you niggas a play how to save y'all motherfucking money, man, and I can guarantee you, you'll have money than the average motherfucking dope boy out here. And I put $1,000 up versus that knowledge.
That's right.
So don't feel like, no, I ain't working at McDonald's, man. Fuck that shit. No, fuck that. I can give you a play, man, whereas though I give you 30 days, you be looking better than them niggas.
Right.
Flat out.
Yeah. What's the play?
That's right. So what's the play?
You know what the play is, nigga. It's the same thing. You know what the play. You know what it is, yeah. I give you a play how to run that motherfucker, man, and give you some game, and I guarantee you, they be like, damn, yo, what the fuck you do that? How you do that?
All right, I'm gonna say something right real quick before we wrap up. You want to get yours in real quick before we
Yeah, I just was saying, when it comes emotional, I
Hold on
held
one time, yo.
I held my emotions then, and then it just came out of me when I was just listening to a song in church.
Oh, in church.
Yeah.
Where them cards at? You got
So
them
that's
cards.
how my emotions just came out of it. That's all I was trying to say. All right.
All right, y'all. I want to say this real quick before we roll out, y'all. I appreciate y'all for being here. Appreciate y'all for allowing us to come, man, and impart some wisdom on y'all. I know something we say is gonna make a difference to each one of y'all. I don't know what magnitude, but it all count. Stay focused. We gonna come back, and we looking to see y'all. I remember y'all face. I'm be looking for y'all. If I see y'all, I'm pulling up on y'all, man. Straight up. You hear me? All right, man. I like my little niggas, man. We all y'all got. Ain't nobody else give a fuck about our people. We gotta do it. You know what I mean?
So y'all turn your cards back in?
Yeah, y'all with a card. All right.
Trip, we wrap? Trip?
Yes, sir.
We good?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I just want to say,
Hold up before they leave. Let's get a picture.
Can I say something real quick before we go so we can wrap the show up?
Yeah.
I just want to thank y'all for allowing Webby.
Hold on, 1 second.
Real quick before I wrap up, I just want to say thank you for allowing Miss V to come into your men's group and kind of vibe with y'all. The young man that was sitting here, it was two guys that were sitting right here.
Yeah.
Understand that Life is what it is. So you can't sit back and wait for it to come to you, wait for it to loosen up. It is what it is. Get in and start swimming. It's just like being at the pool. I watched y'all the whole time, and we finally got a smile out of you.
Yeah, they loosened
But
up.
I want y'all to, learn to loosen up. Learn to be okay. You're still a man if you laugh and crack a joke, be silly. It's okay.
That's right.
All right? All right,
Come
y'all.
on,
This
get
has
that
been
smile up, man.
Straight Talk with Miss B.
Let's get out
with the
real
fellas.
quick, y'all.
Y'all have a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Peace.